Hey, I'm Paul Campo. And today I thought we would add more to Brown Eyed Girl. If you saw in the last video, we covered the introduction, the little intro there, and the basic chords, which gets people going to play the song. But just so you know, there is no strumming guitar part in Brown Eyed Girl at all. It's all just crazy sixes, thirds, little melodies, and between the guitar and bass just intertwining. It's just an amazing song, as time has proven. But so let's start by looking at the basic chords we're going to outline here. It's G, C, D, E minor, but not really how you think. So if you recall from our last videos, we were kind of looking at sixes, intervals of sixth, based around a root 4 F-style chord, and in this case it's G. So that's our main G chord we're going to use in outlining the verse. Actually, there is no open G chord outline in this song really at all. So we have G. I have a root 3 C chord. We're also going to use a little bit of the root or just open C form. Then I have root 3 D chord. And they're not tricky chords really, but they're, I guess, not as common. People just kind of miss these simple little triad versions that are really just amazing when you start to use them to outline. So I think what we're going to do here is I'm just going to go chord by chord in the verse. If you check the link below, there's a free PDF. It's going to be a tab of this exactly. I suggest you get the link for the tab, get the free tab, then come on back and follow along. It's not super hard, but I think without a tab, I think it would be hard. And to me, the idea with this stuff is learn from Brown Eyed Girl on how to create these little intervals of sixes and thirds and weaving melodies and create your own stuff with it. So I think it's a good time we zoom in and take a closer look and really get all the details straight on this, because you're going to want to get this. So let's zoom in now. Okay, so we're zoomed in now, and I guess let's just start and go through the basic chord shapes and make sure everybody's kind of got a handle on it. If you know a standard root 4 F chord, which would be this. So root 4 means nothing on the two big strings. If I move them up 2 frets, I've got a G chord now. And that's the main G form that they're going to use in Brown Eyed Girl to outline the chords. There is no strumming. There's no strumming guitar part in this. There is no G, C, D, E minor open chords the way everybody plays this. I challenge anybody to find the strumming guitar part in the song. You won't be able to find it because it doesn't exist. I do challenge you to try to find the organ part, which is in there, and nobody ever notices. Okay, so we've got G. Then I've got this root 3 C chord and a root 3 D chord. You could imagine these chords come from a standard A shape. If I took away my first finger that's on the E and I played the 3 strings, I have A, C sharp, E. That's all you need for a major chord, root 3rd and 5th. It's A there. If I want to move it, I've got to I've got to get that first string. So now I'm at C, D. Used in Stairway to Heaven, lots of famous songs use these small root 3, root 2 chords that people just kind of overlook. They're easy, but you know, if you don't know them, you don't know them. So I mentioned this earlier. You're going to want to get the free PDF link in the description. It's going to be this tab. It's going to be chord by chord. So above each tabbed out part, it'll say G, C, G, D, and there'll be a line for each section. So I'm just going to start at the beginning. And even though I did another video on the intro, I think I'll do the intro at the end of this just to get some close-up detail. So let's just start. It's Brown Eyed Girl, melody guitar, verse 1. It says G. The bottom of the page shows a G like this. And it's... Okay. Now, the irony of this is, once you learn this note for note, you could kind of arpeggiate anywhere in the chord. It's going to sound good. I tabbed this out years ago for students, and I actually tabbed out verse 2. I started verse 3, and I never finished tabbing out verse 3 because none of my students ever got to it. It's pretty difficult. I'm actually going to finish tabbing it out for YouTube, and I'll post that. But let's move forward. So the first G they open with, then the C, then I'm back to G. Now what the guy does next to outline the D is a run of 6s. And he lands on G. Let's just kind of look at that run up in a little detail because it comes up in the song more than once. So we have our G, our root 4 G chord. Here's a root 4 C chord. Here's a root 4 D. And that was the chord he outlined, and he pulled the 6 out. And now keep in mind, our next chord we need to land on is G. So he's just going down in 6s, and if you recall from our past videos, 6s form a diatonic pattern. Don't let that scare you. Diatonic means do, re, mi. Do, re, mi, major scale, diatonic, it's all the same. But so the diatonic pattern of 6s, it's gonna be 2 shapes in a row. Then you switch shapes, 2 shapes in a row, and he lands on G. The only shape that doesn't go 2 in a row in the diatonic pattern of 6s is the root shape. We're in the key of G. Here's our G chord. Here's our 6. You'll notice it's the only shape that doesn't go 2 in a row there. So you get this. I don't know if you heard, I made a little mistake in there, sorry. Anyways, so let's hit the first G, C, G, D as it is tabbed out, slow. This stuff moves, you really gotta be on it here. So now we're at the next G, C, G. This is what he does to outline the D. Why would that work? Well, if you listen to the song, even though it's not there, people will put that in the strumming pattern, the D to D sus 2, because it is in the song and it's outlined in things like that. So let's play from the very beginning of the verse up to that point. And let's maybe even go a little slower. C, G, the D run, G, C, G, D. Now they're gonna really hit the sixes. So he's gonna outline G in sixes, stops on the C, okay? Then it's G to D. And I'm actually gonna do a close-up shot of my hand here. It's gonna be hard to show you. Basically, I've got thumb and index in my pick, and I can switch back and forth really easy. So I could hybridize my picking. I know a lot of people will use thumb, index, and pick, but if you listen, pick and fingers sound different. And there's a bassy, deeper quality that you get from your fingers that you're not going to get from your pick, and that's why they call the pick attack, because it has that sharp sound. Use it all to your advantage, is kind of my attitude. So we left off with the run of sixes on the G, C, G, to D. Okay, now we're back to the G, and conversely, you could finger style this whole thing, really. The idea is, yeah, this person did this a certain way, but the idea is you take it, you make something of this now. Learn from it, make it your own. So after that run of sixes, we're kind of at the end. He's got the G back to the root 4. Now this is open C. Now I'm back to the root 4 G. And I'm just gonna rake that D, the root 3 D. Now we're at the bridge. You know, maybe let me play through the whole thing slow, and maybe you can follow along. It's really worth learning. Not only is this worth learning, it's worth understanding how to apply this. Now we're at the bridge. It's a simple melody, but man, it's really catchy. People, I gotta say, I've been teaching 27 years and I've had more people want to learn just this little thing. So, and the irony is, it's outlining the chords exactly. So why don't we just review the chords that's behind this? They're gonna go C, D, G, E minor. There's a root 4, C, D, G, D, and ironically, that last D, they're gonna use that run of sixes again. So he outlines the C chord like this. D is like this. This is the G. That's an E minor. C again. That's the D. G. Here's the D outline. So that's kind of the whole deal there. And let's see if we can just do this one more time slow. And that's really it. You know, I did say I was going to go over the intro really quick, so let's kind of take a closer look at that. I did a whole separate video on this, but we could get just a quick overview. So these are thirds, and thirds are inverted sixes, which just means they're inside out. So if I look at this third, it's G and B. And if I look at this six, it's B and G. And that's what inverted means, it's inside and out. So our sixes, or our thirds for the intro, so I go major to minor third. So I hit this major third, minor third, this minor third goes up 2, go backwards. Now I'm going to do major thirds, or major and minor thirds, on the high E and B string. Because we're on the B string, if you're on the B or you cross it, it changes shapes. So now here's our major third, minor, minor. So now you get this. Back to the first section. Now the D chord we're going to outline like this. So I've got to block that middle string. It's a G, so it kind of creates that ring, which is why I'm pretty sure that's how they're doing it. So you get this. Okay, well, I hope that close-up helps, and let's get back to the full video. Okay, I'm trying to show everybody how you can switch between your pick. Okay, if you're just holding your pick, and I'm going to switch to going thumb and index. So I've got my thumb and index, and I can push the pick into the second digit of my second finger. Face the point towards your pinky, and now I can pluck, and this really is a great technique. I know a lot of people will put their pick in their teeth, but when I started singing, that didn't work. So I developed this, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago. So I'm holding my pick. Okay, I'm going to bring my second finger into my hand, and now so let's see if I can, I've got the pick. Okay, I'm strumming. I push my thumb onto my second finger. I've taken away my first finger, and now I can close down, and now I can really, I don't know if that's helping. I got to get better at video. Anyways, that's kind of what I've done to do a lot of this hybrid sixth and picking stuff. It's really easy once you develop the technique. That's it, really. Okay, I hope that close-up helped you there. I think once you start wrapping your head around these different chord forms, learn how to do this stuff first, then learn how to adapt it to your own music. It's really not hard, and you're gonna sound pro and everyone's gonna think you're awesome. So anyways, okay, here we go. One more time through this. Let's see if we can get this. Okay, anyways, I hope that helped. Stay tuned because we're going to hit verse 2 and then eventually verse 3. And this is just some really great stuff you can learn a lot from. Anyways, I hope that helped today, and I hope you all have a great day.